Can you believe it? You're this close to finishing out my beginner series. You've been working so hard, and I hope that you're proud of yourself for all of the progress that you've seen so far. Or if you're seeing me for the first time, hi, my name is Ellen and I make guitar tutorials right here on YouTube. And you're currently in the middle of my beginner series, so make sure to click here to start back on episode 1. In our last episode, we took a deeper dive into 8th note strumming patterns and practiced a few rhythms that you might come across when playing your guitar. Today we're going to bump it up a notch and talk about 16th note patterns, so be sure to stick around to the end of the video to play through even more songs. And let's grab our guitars and get started. So you already know about 8th note patterns, which we discussed in our last lesson. But you might be wondering, if there are 8th note patterns, are there other types of patterns too? And the answer is yes. Although quarter and 8th note patterns are the most beginner friendly, today I wanted to talk to you about 16th note patterns. To better understand this concept, let's play something a little more familiar. Do you remember this guy? We used this simple 4 downstrum pattern in episodes 1 through 3. Each downstrum lined up with the click of a metronome. 1, 2, ready, go. Great! This is considered a quarter note pattern because there are only 4 strums that make up the whole measure. Then in episodes 4 through 8, we added up strums between each downstrum, which made a total of 8 strums in every measure. The down strums lined up with the click of the metronome, while the up strums were played in between each click. 1, 2, ready, go. Awesome! Now since there were 8 possible strums that made up the measure, this is called an 8th note strumming pattern. Now if 4 strums make up a quarter note pattern, and 8 strums make up an 8th note pattern, how many strums do you think it takes to make a 16th note pattern? You guessed it, 16. Now I know fitting in 16 strums in 4 metronome clicks sounds pretty daunting, but don't worry, let's break this down one step at a time. First, let's start with our 8th note pattern, but change all of the up strums to down strums. So now we have something that looks a little more like this. Now when you play this with a metronome, every other down strum is going to line up with the click of a metronome, starting with the first down strum. 1, 2, ready, go. Nice! Could you keep up? Let's try it again, and this time really listen for that metronome click. 1, 2, ready, go. Now notice how when we changed all of the strums to down strums, we had to move our strumming hand twice as fast to get all of those silent up strums. Now if we were to actually play all of those up strums in between the down strums, that's what would make up our 16th note pattern. 1, 2, ready, go. Notice where those metronome clicks are lining up now. Each click gets 2 up strums and 2 down strums. Now when we're counting 8th note strumming patterns out loud, we use numbers to count the on or down beat and the word and to count the off or up beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But what do we call all the beats that are left over? You might hear some musicians call these E's and ahs. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. Now I'm not gonna lie, 16th note strumming patterns can get a little bit hairy when learning to play new rhythms on your guitar. So we will be taking a deeper dive into that in my intermediate series. But for now, let's go ahead and stick with one of the easiest and most applicable 16th note patterns that's commonly used in songs on the guitar. In fact, you already played through one in this video. Let's try out an example together. I have 4 chords listed on screen, and all you need to do is play through the pattern one time through for each chord change. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. If you're having trouble keeping up, make sure to slow down your metronome and try again. The all down strum or 8 down strum pattern is one of the easiest 16th note patterns to play because you don't actually have to play any of those up strums, which makes the whole thing sound and feel a little bit more like an 8th note pattern. That's why it's one of the first and most common 16th note patterns you'll see when learning to play songs and playthroughs online. So let's use this new pattern to practice through even more songs. Make sure to pause and practice the chord transitions as well as this new 16th note pattern listed on the next screen until you can get them up to 105 beats per minute on your metronome. Then take your capo and put it on the 2nd fret so we can jam. Ready? Let's jam! How'd it go? New strumming patterns can definitely take some getting used to, so don't get discouraged if you couldn't keep up. Just make sure to rewind and try again. Or you can visit my Patreon page for a free printout of everything that I mentioned in this video. And while you're over there, go ahead and check out my guitar guides for my full song tutorials, as well as my customizable backing tracks to help you learn your favorite songs faster. Curious how you can take this exact pattern and make it sound way cooler? Then make sure to join me for the next episode where we'll be talking about how to quickly and easily enhance your strumming. And of course, we'll be playing through even more songs. So I hope to see you over there. Bye!